House Republicans to hold first hearing in Biden impeachment inquiry. Washington, the House Oversight Committee on Thursday will hold the first hearing in the GOP's impeachment inquiry into President Joe Biden as Republicans pursue bank records of the president and his son Hunter. Time equals 400 Ms. greater than Chairman James Comer, RKY, said this week that the hearing will focus on the basis of an impeachment inquiry and present evidence House Republicans say they've uncovered about Biden's knowledge of and role in his family's domestic and international business practices. The 10 a.m. hearing, he said, will feature legal and financial experts discussing crimes the Bidens may have committed as they brought in millions at the expense of U.S. interests. The witnesses scheduled to testify are Bruce Dubinsky, a forensic accountant, Eileen O'Connor, a former assistant attorney general at the Justice Department's tax division, and Jonathan Turley, a law professor at George Washington University who was a witness for Republicans when House Democrats launched their first impeachment inquiry into President Donald Trump in 2019. The witness for Democrats will be Michael J. Gerhardt, a law professor at the University of North Carolina who testified during Trump's first impeachment inquiry. Gerhardt was also a joint Democratic-Republican witness in the lead-up to former President Bill Clinton's impeachment. House Republicans have said they are looking into whether Biden improperly aided his son or profited off his business dealings. They've claimed, without evidence, that Biden engaged in a bribery scheme and that he has been involved in his son's business ventures. The White House has repeatedly rejected the House GOP's assertion that Biden abused the power of his office to enrich his family. On the eve of Thursday's hearing, the White House released a 15-page memo rebutting GOP statements. The White House said, for example, that the alleged bribery scheme is based on an FBI document that included a tip from an unnamed source. The Justice Department investigated the allegation and concluded that there wasn't anything to substantiate it. The White House spokesperson for Oversight and Investigations, Ian Sams, suggested in a statement Tuesday that Republicans like Comer and House Judiciary Committee Chairman Jim Jordan of Ohio are simply trying to distract from a looming government shutdown that could begin this weekend if Congress fails to pass a spending bill. Do Comer and Jordan have any explanation for why they are prioritizing conspiracy theory attacks on President Biden over averting a government shutdown that would inflict real pain on Ohio and Kentucky workers and families? They should focus on doing their jobs to avoid economic disaster, not these partisan, D.C. games that have nothing to do with helping Americans' lives, Sams said. The hearing comes at a crucial time for Congress. Lawmakers have been trying to pass government funding legislation ahead of a Saturday night deadline to avoid a shutdown. Many congressional Republicans, however, have indicated they support a shutdown and are shrugging off the consequences. House Democrats on the oversight panel are expected to mount a fierce defense of Biden at Thursday's hearing. Rep. Jamie Raskin of Maryland, the committee's ranking member, has held several strategy sessions with his Democratic colleagues this year. The impeachment inquiry got underway September 12 when House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, R. Califf, directed 3 committees to launch the investigation in an effort to access the bank records for Biden and his son. Impeachment inquiries are rare in U.S. history. The most recent were the 2 that Democrats launched in 2019 and 2021, which resulted in 2 impeachments of Trump, the only president to be impeached more than once. The Senate acquitted him both times.